according to the Los Angeles Times. He suffered from a cardiac arrest, was rushed to UCLA Medical Center. Paramedics brought him there, tried to revive him, was inside the hospital, we're told, went into a coma, and now the LA Times reporting that he's dead. Let me play another popular song that he had. This is a video. I want to put it up there right now. Black or White. Listen and watch. Black and White, very popular video. A lot of us remember that song. So many Michael Jackson songs that we remember going back to his days as a little boy with the Jackson 5 when they moved from Indiana, Los Angeles, signed with Motown Records, and the world was never the same after that. Hillary Rosen, you know that to be true because he did have a profound effect on the music industry. He used to head the Recording Industry Association of America.
That's right, Wolf. When you talk about the song Black and White, Donna referenced it before. He was a very dedicated humanitarian. He was the author of We Are the World, which was the, iconic humanitarian song that started a whole wave of artists coming out in USA for Africa. And Quincy Jones ultimately produced that star-studded music video and song, but it was Michael who was the lyricist and wrote that song. And he wrote so many songs that challenged the status quo and challenged the politics in many ways, and personal politics. Man in the Mirror is another song that sticks out as somebody who talking about how you need to take a look at what you're doing and your place in the world.
Who could ever, Hillary, forget We Are the World, which turned out to not only be one of the most successful videos and songs of all times, but had such a profound effect on so many good causes around the world.
It really, in many ways, kicked off a movement, a renaissance. Obviously, in the 50s and 60s, recording artists were quite well known for being out there in terms of causes and things like that. And then there was the anti-war movement. It was kind of the first post-Vietnam War effort that recording artists made in a big way for a humanitarian cause. And I think in many ways it galvanized a whole series of activities against Darfur and against African relief and against Third World Debt, and it was really a forerunner to a lot of what Bono was doing. So it kicked off a huge movement.
He was really ahead of his time as far as that is concerned. Hillary, stand by. Jeffrey Toobin is with us as well. He covered the trial out there. Sort of tragic, Jeffrey, that so many good things that he did, entertaining the entire world and doing these good causes, was spoiled to a large degree by that trial, even though he was acquitted and found not guilty of the child molestation charges.
And Wolf, there was a lot of ugly testimony in that trial. That was certainly a very defensible verdict on the part of the jury, which acquitted him of the child molestation charges, but there was abundant evidence in that trial that this was a grown man with an unhealthy relationship with young boys, and not just one, repeatedly. He settled one child molestation case for widely reported $10 million. There were persistent allegations, persistent comments by Jackson himself that he slept in the same bed with young boys, and unfortunately, that and that a horrible moment in Berlin when he dangled his young son over the balcony, just as his incredible pop genius and just as his incredible humanitarian legacy is part of what we'll remember him for, this ugly side was also there as well, I think.
Jeffrey, let's go back to Thriller, the greatest selling album of all times. I want to play this video clip from Michael Jackson's